Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do Jackson's 11-month update. I'm a little bit delayed in his updates, so he's more like 11 and a half months old. It's actually like 10 days till his first birthday, and I'm not even gonna mention that anymore because you know how I feel about that. I am sitting here in his room. I'm about to put him to bed, so I figured I'd do his quick little update. I'm also gonna do my postpartum update in this video because not a whole lot has changed since the last video, so it should be pretty short and sweet. Hello Jackson Wyatt. So this is Jackson if you guys are new. He's trying to climb me. He's probably also trying to bite me. Hello. How are you doing? That good, huh? So Jackson's doing a lot of this lately. Kind of just wants to stand next to me, and then every once in a while he'll like let go, but he's still not walking yet. We still don't have any actual steps. He'll walk around with the walker, but no like by himself steps. But that is okay. I'm pretty sure that he will get there soon. His newest thing is just this. Like literally this is what he spends his entire day doing, opening up all of the drawers, and he's catching his fingers in everything. So I have literally this week, like 2 days ago, I ordered some cabinet locks. We're gonna do some baby proofing because yeah, it's pretty bad. On an exciting note, I do think he's finally saying mama, so I'm very excited about that. He only says dada. That was like the only other thing that he had been saying. But now when he is tired or cranky or fussy or wants food, anything like that, he'll start saying mama. Usually it's not on demand though. Like usually when I tell him like, hey, can you say mama? Like he doesn't do it. So not getting my hopes up that he'll do it. Why are you sad? Jackson is also teething like crazy right now. He's got his 2 top teeth. So he's got 2 bottom teeth. Those were the first ones that came in. Then he got his 2 top teeth. And now he has an extra tooth on the top that is coming in. So we are starting to get a whole mouthful of teeth. Little dude, what else is going on with you? I weighed him today, and today he was weighing about 18.5 pounds. So you guys know the whole issue that we've had with him gaining weight and all of that. Last time that I got him weighed by the doctor, he was in the 10th percentile. So we went from the 2nd percentile to the 10th percentile, and I was really happy about that. But then today I weighed him, and I think according to the growth curve chart, whatever, I went and I looked it up, if he's in the 10th percentile on his first birthday, then that would mean that he'd be almost 20 pounds by his first birthday, which is in 10 days. So I don't even know if he's gonna make that. I'm gonna be stuffing him the next 10 days. I'm really gonna try to make sure that he is getting a lot of food because I would like for him to get close to that. But honestly, I'm not so sure. He may be just a little bit shy of that. So yes, he's been a little bit, you know, just cranky. I know that his teeth are bothering him. He's a little fussier than normal, but that's to be expected when he's getting some teeth in. Can you not put that in your mouth, dude? Really? Let's find you some toys. You want to see some dinosaurs? You want to see some dinosaurs? Look, what is this? Roar! How did the dinosaurs go? Roar! Good roar! But yeah, not a whole lot has changed. Now that I'm thinking about it, his newest like favorite fun thing to do, which I really like watching him, is doing the little stacking toy. So I'll insert a clip of it here so you guys can see him. Lately he's just been taking a little stacker and putting the rings through it, and I've been really like, it's just been fun to see him do that because for the longest time he would just like take the stick and just like throw it around everywhere, and I always thought he was just gonna poke his eye out, but now he is actually doing the ring stacking. So that's been fun to see him just like develop, you know, just to see his mind like problem solve. And you know, he's got to take the stick sometimes and move it closer to him. So it's just fun to see like all those little wheels turning in his brain. As far as his schedule, nothing has really changed. He's still waking up at about like 7:30 or 8, and then he goes down for his first nap at 10 in the morning, and then he takes his second nap at 2, and then he's in bed by like 7:30 or 8. So schedule is about the same. I've been giving him breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I've still been sticking to like some purees and then adding some table food, finger foods, and stuff like that. This morning I gave him eggs and fruit, and that was his breakfast. And then he had for lunch some chicken and some peas and some cheese, and then for dinner tonight he had spaghetti. So he ate off of my plate. I had some chicken and spaghetti, and he ate that all. So he is still liking food, which I love to see. You know, he's not just stuck on the purees, but we're gonna keep on, you know, offering him new things so that he can just try different food. He is still nursing, so I nurse him in the morning right before bed, and then right before both of his naps. So he's still, you know, getting some of my milk, and then I've been giving him some formula in the afternoon. I'll give him a bottle of formula, and he's been drinking that. Biggest thing that's happening right now is that now, again, 10 days away from his first birthday, I'm starting to introduce whole milk. So I'm gonna give him whole milk at least, just like at the beginning. I'm gonna start off with just 1 bottle a day of maybe 6 or 8 ounces of whole milk. Once babies are a year old, the doctor usually tells you that you can switch off of formula and go to whole milk. So we're starting it a tad bit early, which the doctor said was fine because he's close enough. And I have heard that that will help the babies fatten up, because that's like very fatty. So I'm hoping that he will, you know, kind of get to drinking a lot of that, because he's tiny and he needs it. I actually gave him some today in his little sippy cup, and little straw sippy cup that he has, and he drank it. So it's not like he doesn't like the taste, but with him, like with his milk, like he just gets distracted. Like he doesn't always want to drink it. So I've got to find a way to get him, you know, to pay attention more to his milk so he'll drink more. But he just wants to do all the things. Like he's going through all of these drawers here and is just constantly on the move. Like there's not a second that he's just like sitting down there contently. He's just, oh, did you hit your head? Yeah, I guess you did. He's like, freaking drawer. Oh, I see fingers being caught, which is why I ordered those things. But yeah, other than that, he's been doing really well. His naps have been kind of like, I don't think that they've been terrible. I think that they've been pretty decent. He has had like some challenges, like since he's been teething, there's been some days that he's just not about it. But I would say that overall, his naps have been pretty good. Like today, we're recovering from being like on vacation. We were traveling. We had a time difference that we were dealing with too. So I wasn't expecting that his naps were going to be awesome. But like today in the morning, he slept for 27 minutes, which is not a very good nap. But then in the afternoon, he slept for 1 hour and 35 minutes, which was amazing. So he's still doing pretty decent. I can't complain. It's not like he's back to where he was, you know, when he was real little, where the naps were only 27 minutes long all the time. So he will have his long naps, which I'm still very happy about. And then this is the other thing that he'll do. Like he'll grab everything that's in the drawer and take it out. So can we not make a mess? Jackson Wyatt, he's just so curious. And it's like funny, but at the same time I'm looking at that, I'm like, man, I've got to put that away now. Like, really, dude? But he pulls himself up just fine. And like I said, you know, he's walking with the walker. And the one thing I'm really happy that he doesn't do, crossing my fingers, that it doesn't like randomly start. But some of you guys have told me that your little ones will like pull themselves up on the crib and then eat the side of the crib. Now I know what that feels like, because Riley ate her entire crib rail. When Riley was at that stage where she started pulling herself up on the crib, she would just gnaw on the side of her crib for the longest time. And like the crib that we used to have is now at my mom's house, and you can see, like, you see the wood, like it used to be white and now it's brown because she would chew on her crib. He doesn't do that, thank the Lord. So that's been like one thing that I haven't had to deal with. But what I do have to deal with this guy is that he puts every single thing in his mouth. Everything, every crumb, every piece of dust that he can find, he puts in his mouth. And that is very challenging, because I'm constantly thinking that he's gonna choke on something. So I have to be like literally looking at him, like eyeballs on him 24/7. But he's at a fun age. 11 months is super fun. They're very mobile. He's babbling a ton. So even though he's not saying a lot of words, he's still like babbling. Now he's got like his own little language that is super cute. And I keep telling you guys this, that Riley, when she was his age, she used to talk a ton. She was saying already like bubbles. At her first birthday, she said bubbles, mama, dada. I think she said cat, dog. Like, she was talking a lot at his age, but he's not there. And I'm trying to not stress about it, because like it's very hard to not compare them, but I'm trying to just remember that babies are different, and boys and girls are very different too, in terms of like their verbal ability and stuff. The doctor told me that boys for the most part are like behind girls in terms of their verbal skills. So I'm not stressed at the moment. You know, he pretty much tells us what he needs, and he is doing just fine. He has quite the attitude. I know when he's mad, I know when he's happy. So I think that he's doing all right. We're just gonna kind of, you know, stay on top of his weight and make sure that we can get him to where he needs to be. But he's eating food. He's got that double chin right now, and his thighs are nice and chunky. So I don't know, I'm doing the best that I can, and I think that he's happy and content. So I don't know, that also might just be genetic. Like my mom actually went, just in case you guys are curious, my mom went and she found out how much I was weighing at a year old. And at a year old, I was weighing 19 pounds and 3 ounces. So I was tiny, and then Joe is not like this humongous guy. So I'm sure that, you know, he's just a little bit on the smaller side. Little dude, are you ready for bed? Yeah, I think I'm gonna get him ready for bed, put him down, and then I'll talk to you guys and do like the postpartum update, kind of chat with you guys about how I've been doing. Say night night. Jackson, how do you give kisses? That's so nice. All right, so it's later. It is 9:20, and I almost forgot to turn on the camera again and film this part of the video. But Jackson's asleep. He went down super easily tonight. He was really tired. So yeah, let's talk about how I've been doing postpartum. 11 months postpartum. I'm almost a year postpartum. That is freaking crazy. But this month, not a lot has changed since last time. I still have not gotten my period. I have talked to you guys about how maybe a couple weeks ago I was having like these intense cramps, and I was like I don't know what this is. Like, I still haven't gotten a regular period. I've only bled once since having Jackson, where I thought that was my period coming back, but like that only happened one time and never happened again. So I was getting those really sharp stomach pains. I thought something was seriously wrong with me because it was really bad, but no period. So some of you guys have told me that that was maybe me ovulating, and then a lot of you guys told me that right before you guys got your first postpartum period back, that like for a period of sometimes even a couple months before it happened, you guys had like this cramping. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully I get a regular cycle back, because like I just want to get it over with at this point. Like I just want it to happen. Not that I like having my period, I hate having my period, and my cramps are always super bad. Like I used to have to like almost miss work sometimes. Like I'm pretty sure I called out of work several times because my cramps were so bad. I'm not looking forward to it. I've really enjoyed not really having much of a period for like the last 3 years, but whatever, it is time. Let's just get back to normal. I know that my hormones are all out of whack. My skin has been really bad this month. Like I remember when I wasn't on birth control, I used to break out really bad. Like on my chest area, I used to break out a ton, and even on my back, I used to have like a lot of back knee. And then I got on birth control, and I think that kind of leveled out. But whenever my hormones are doing weird things, like I start to get like some flare-ups in my acne, and I've noticed like I broke out here on my chest this week when we were on vacation, and I've got like some more like pimples like on the side of my jaw over here. So I'm not sure what's happening. I don't go to see my OB, gynecologist, whatever, until the spring. So I don't know. If things are still kind of weird, I may call her and just say, hey, I want to go see you. My weight is still the same. I'm still fluctuating like between 115, 118-ish pounds. I've been doing my best this month to start doing some more consistent workouts, and I've been using that Tone It Up app that I talked to you guys about last month. I haven't been doing it as consistently as I would have wanted to, just because, you know, life gets in the way. Like today I wanted to work out during Jackson's nap and Riley's nap, but I had to clean the house instead because we just got back from vacation. The house is a mess, so I kind of have to like pick and choose when I do that. But if I'm not doing that app, I'm trying to at least do some squats. Like today I was listening to a random song like downstairs. I was sipping my coffee and I was like, okay, I can do squats while I'm listening to the song. I know that's like super random, but just trying to do a little bit of something, because I have my sister's wedding in January and I have to like fit into my dress, and I'm trying to just like feel good about myself. And I know that the more toned I look, I feel better. Overall, mentally, I would say I'm not really in a bad place at this moment. The only thing that I can tell you, like overall, I'm not in a bad place, but I'm gonna be honest with you. There have been a few days here where the children have literally driven me insane, and they've just been hard days. They've been hard days where Riley is whining from the minute that she wakes up, and like literally everything is a complaint or a cry or a whine or no, I don't want to do this, and then fighting with her. Like there have been a few days this month that have been like that, and one of them happened to be when we were on vacation. And straight up, like real life, Joe and I got in a big fight when we were on vacation because he felt that I was like taking it out on him. Like I guess, you know, I had a bad day. The kids were driving me insane, and I guess I was more snappy towards him. I guess I was short-tempered. You know, my bad. Like I am human, I am sorry, I am learning, I am trying to be better about it, but I just had a rough day, and I guess he felt that I wasn't being nice to him, and I'm sorry. Like I love him, he's my favorite human in the entire world, but it was just one of those days where I guess I just didn't want to talk to anybody, or, you know, it wasn't him, it was just that I was done, I was over it. And I have to be better about that, and I have to be better at recognizing that the kids can drive me crazy, but I also have to still be nice to Joseph. So that was like a big, you know, learning lesson this month. But it's hard because when the kids are like absolutely crazy and I'm having one of those rough days, like it is nearly impossible for me to be like a freaking ray of sunshine, okay? It's really hard for me to do that. I wear my emotions on my sleeves. You know exactly when I am happy, when I am sad, when I am frustrated. So I can't pretend. I can't make it up. I can't, you know, have a terrible day and then just be like, hello, everything is fine, you know? It's hard for me to kind of, you know, get past those rough days. After the day is over though, like the next day, I'm completely fine. It's a new day, we're ready to go, but I have to learn how to not let that hard moment like ruin the rest of my day, like how to try to continue to make the day better, if that makes any sense. Like I caught myself a couple times that day that it was rough, telling myself like, okay, this is just a hard moment and we need to just continue about our day and don't let this ruin the rest of your day. Like I tried noticing that, and I think it did help, but apparently not enough because Joe was still mad at me. So working on that. It's still hard with both of them. They're both demanding my attention. I only have 2 eyeballs and I need to be looking at them all the time. Jackson's still, you know, getting into everything now, and Riley also is now getting super curious, wants to be in all of my drawers. I'm trying to make sure she doesn't hurt herself or, you know, drink something she's not supposed to. The other day I found her with toothpaste, an entire tube of toothpaste, and she was putting it in her mouth and she was like swallowing toothpaste, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that one was like pretty non-toxic and fine, but I'm like, why are you trying to give me a freaking heart attack all day long? And then the same thing with Jackson. He's always like trying to throw himself off of anything that he's on, and he's getting into stuff, slamming his fingers into the drawers, catching his fingers, hurting himself. And I'm like, I'm really tired. But other than that, things are going well. I've been pretty organized this month. I mean, like, I've been trying to keep to-do lists, and there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm very happy that I did like all of my Christmas shopping early so that I'm not super stressed out right now, even though I have plenty to do this month to keep me busy. But postpartum wise, I think that other than the fact that I'm kind of tired, you know, as is expected when you are a mother, I think I'm in a much better place, a healthier place. I think I have more good days at this moment than I do have bad moments. So like I always tell you guys, if you're on the struggle bus, if you're going through a really rough time, it does get better, and there are certain seasons that are just harder. And right now, if you have a little one or 2 little ones or multiple little ones, it's a hard season. But I know in my heart that it's gonna get better as the time goes by, as they get a little older, as they get a little bit more independent, or at least I keep telling myself that to make me feel better. But talking about them getting older and all of that, I guess the one thing that I'm having a hard time with this month is that, you know, Jackson's gonna be 1 in 10 days, and I'm really sad about it. I'm really, like, now if I stop to think about it, I'm gonna get really sad, but he's gonna be 1. And I'm struggling with like the end of this chapter of his first year of life, and knowing that, you know, I may never have a little tiny baby again. Like, he's very much very likely our last baby, and so for me it's been hard to process that, and I haven't really even wanted to stop to process it too much because it does this to me. It makes me sad, but I'm trying to stay positive about like all the fun stuff that is still ahead and what our life is gonna look like as a family of 4 and going to do things, and trying to focus on that. But in the back of my mind, I do feel like it went by so fast, and I feel like we had a great year, but it flew by. Like, I just don't understand how that happened. So I'm gonna try to not be an emotional wreck, but I'm sure you guys are gonna see me very emotional in the next couple months, because I'm dealing with that. Then I'm also dealing with the fact that we're probably gonna be weaning him now from nursing. And, you know, I nursed Riley and I was very emotional when I stopped nursing Riley. And then with Jackson, I'm very emotional for the end of our breastfeeding journey, but also knowing that it's probably the last breastfeeding journey that I'm ever gonna have. It makes me even more emotional to know that that might be it. So I'm trying to focus on the positive and focus on how grateful I am that I have these 2 awesome children that I love and I adore. And I feel so blessed because I know that there are so many people who struggle with infertility and who want babies so bad, and I have 2 of them, and I'm so grateful for that and for the opportunity to be their mom. But I'm just, you know, sad that those things are gonna be coming to an end. And so I don't know how much longer I am gonna nurse Jackson, but I don't think I can just go like from one day to the next and just stop. And it may be a little bit past a year old that I completely stop. So like with Riley, I remember that when I was like weaning her, eventually what I was doing is like I would nurse her in the morning and right before bed, more like comfort nursing, and then eventually I dropped those. But I did that for a while until I was like really ready. And so I'm trying to just make sure that I don't feel like I have to stop until I'm really ready, because it's a very emotional thing for me. You know, as much as I've struggled with the whole supply issue and all of that, like I have loved the bond of nursing, and I have loved just feeding him in that way, and both of my kids. And like I'm not gonna miss him like almost like ripping my boob off. Like I'm not gonna miss him biting me, and the fact that he's always wiggling. It's just, I don't know how to I don't know, I guess it's just another reminder that your baby's getting bigger and is not a tiny baby anymore, and it just makes me really sad. So that's where I'm at with that. I don't really think I have anything else for you guys, honestly. This month and last month were pretty much the same, but if you guys have questions, anything that I probably missed or you want to know about, leave it down below in the comments. I'll answer you guys. Postpartum hair loss, I will say one thing about, I've got all of the hairs like growing out again, okay? Like, let me just show you the reality. I've got like these new bangs, okay? I've got like these new little hairs, and there's more. It's just like, you know, I have it pulled back, but I have like these little hairs that are like always like right there, and then I've got all the hairs coming in on the side. You know, as time goes by, I'm hoping that they're gonna get longer and they won't look ridiculous like this. Like, what on earth? Like, it literally looks like I tried to give myself bangs. This is awful. So hopefully soon that situation will be better, but for now I look like a crazy person. I'm actually thinking about trying out like some headbands, because some people have said, like, you know, if you wear a headband then you can't really notice the postpartum hair loss. So maybe I will try that out. But yeah, I hope that you guys are doing awesome. I hope that whatever stage of postpartum you guys are in, that you're in a good place, and if you're not, please go talk to someone. Please go get some help. There's no shame in that. Postpartum is hard. It is rough. The things that we have to go through, us women, like, it just amazes me that we have to go through so much. But we are also so lucky to be in a postpartum situation, because I know that there are so many people who never get the chance to do that. So that is gonna be it. I love you guys to pieces. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.